There's lots of different podcast hosting platforms available. Which one should you use? Let's find out. You're listening to Practical Podcast Tips. My name is Eric Beals, and today I'm going to cover tip number 1, best podcast hosting platform for 2022. There's quite a lot of them out there, so how do we pick? I wanted to start this podcast off with the best podcast hosting platform that I think is for the year of 2022. There's a lot of different ones to choose from. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of overwhelming for us as well when we got started doing podcast management, because there's like a lot of different ones, like from Podbean, there's Anchor, there's all kinds of different ones. When I was looking up, there's lots of different websites out there that'll kind of list a bunch out, like the top 20 hosts and such, right? And they might have different reasons. And the thing I don't like about those sites is they will talk about like, here's a bunch of different options. Well, that didn't really answer my question, is if I'm looking for like the best one. So I'm not going to give you a list of a bunch of different ones and talk about the pros and cons of each one. I'm just going to tell you 2 of the top ones that I like the best. One of them we use, and the other one is a fantastic second option. I'll go into the reasons why. The first one is Transistor.fm. And the reason that we like Transistor.fm is because they kind of have a no BS system where you kind of just get everything with it. There's some limitations, but for the most part, you get unlimited everything other than the downloads. But their download on their base plan is good for up to 15,000 downloads. A lot of other ones will have limitations on like how many you can post. Like a lot of other ones will set a limitation on like, you can only upload 2 hours per month or 3 or 4 hours per month. That's it. If you have longer episodes, that could be a problem. Or if you are posting multiple episodes on a like twice a week basis, for example. Another reason I like Transistor.fm is it's a very simple interface. The interface is so easy to look at and easy to use. It all makes perfect sense. For me, that's a big one. I will take a simple interface. I'm happy to pay more for a simple interface over something that's maybe cheaper, but is really complicated and just a pain to look at. And another thing that is great about Transistor is they allow you to add multiple podcasts on one account. So their limitation up to like 15,000 downloads, that's for your account as a whole. What's a common thing to do is to have 2 different podcasts for one podcast. So like one might be your full length episodes, which maybe those are an hour long or 2 hours long. And then you can also have a secondary podcast, which maybe those are snippets. So maybe those are like condensed, like 10-minute versions, right? You can have 2 separate podcasts for those, or 3 or 4 or however many. The second option, and this is also the free option. If money is tight and you don't want to pay for Transistor, this second option might be great for you. This one is called Red Circle. Now, Red Circle is a fairly newer company. I haven't used them yet personally, but everything I've seen from them, they look to be a really, really solid option, solid competitor, especially with their fantastic free option. They also have some upgraded paid options as well. They have a lot of really good features with like monetization and things like that. So Red Circle is a great free starter option. If you're just getting into podcasting, you don't really want to pay for something, go to Red Circle. So I hope that that's helped simplify some things for you, that you gain some value out of that to really, because I've gone through this process of I've looked into pretty much all of them. So yeah, that is my top 2 podcast host picks for 2022. And you can also find links for those in the description. See you in the next episode. Hey, thanks for listening. If you liked this episode, feel free to leave us a review. I'd love to hear how it helped. Also, if you know somebody else that could benefit from it, go ahead and share it with them. Thanks again, and see you in the next episode.